Hi, this video is from interview.com. Interview.com is a job portal. In this video, I'm going to talk about what is an aspect in Spring AOP and after returning advice annotation. Okay, what is an aspect in Spring AOP? An aspect is a common feature that's typically scattered across methods classes such that logging, security, auditing. So there are a few modules like logging, security are called as cross-cutting concerns. These features has to be separated from the business logic. I'll show you a business class. This is my hotel service IMPL, which contains business logic methods. See, in the traditional way, I used to have, say for example, this method. I will have logging. Whatever I'm doing here in this method, I will log it here itself. I'm clubbing the logging code along with my service classes or the business classes. But say for example, transactional, security, logging, if I include all this code in my service layer, business logic layer, it will be like it's very difficult to maintain. So I'm trying to separate the cross-cutting concerns from my service layer. That's one of the main goal for aspect oriented programming. How can I separate it? I can write aspects. Okay, aspect is nothing but a Java class which is going to contain a set of advices. Advices are the one where it will be running after or before the business methods. So we can actually inform the Spring framework when exactly an advice should be called. That expression is called as point cut expression. So if you see here, this is called point cut expression. Why do we need this? We are going to inform the Spring framework and we are telling that when exactly this advice method should be called. I'm telling here, after this method is called, then call this method. Okay, that's what I'm trying to inform. So we are able to separate logging code from the service layer. Okay, so this is one of the main intention or main goal of aspect oriented programming. So here we have this method. Okay, in a traditional way we used to have all the logging code here, but now we have completely separated using aspect. So what will happen is okay, before that I want to just show you one more annotation called enable aspect J out of proxies, which is very important. We are informing the Spring framework to detect all the aspect within the application. If I don't include this annotation, what will happen is it will not work. The aspect annotations will not work. So we are just informing the Spring framework to enable all the aspect annotations to be detected and it should be enabled. Okay, that's why we need this enable aspect J out of proxy. So what will happen is here Spring will create a proxy object. It's not a normal object. It will create a proxy object and wrapper method, and it will call my target method. When I say target method, this is my target method. Then what will happen is it will call my advice. So these things are happen behind the scenes. So Spring is doing for us. I'll show you while running this program in debug mode. I'll show you the exact object that is created by the Spring framework. This hotel service object is not the normal object that we used to create. It's a different. It's called proxy object. I'll show you now. It's already created. If you see here, this object is not a normal object. It's a JDK dynamic AOP proxy object. Okay, so now it's going to call my target method. Okay, now we are in the target method. As I said to you, so it created a proxy object. It created already a wrapper method. From the wrapper method, it is calling the target method. That is, we are here now. Then it's going to call my advice method. Okay, so these two codes are already separated, but still Spring is able to identify and it's able to combine these two methods. Okay, so this advice have been called. So after returning, this is the purpose of after returning advice annotation. So just now we executed this step. We created a proxy object and we call the wrapper method, which is created by the Spring framework, and within this wrapper method we have called these two methods. So we are able to separate the cross-cutting concern from the service layer, business logic layer. Hope this video is useful and informative. Thank you and all the best.